Hello friends, welcome to Bankers platform. So friends, today we have come again for most expected questions for KYC and AML certificate exam. So friends, in the previous two videos we have discussed most expected questions. So now in this video we'll discuss further important points and questions. So friends, please like this video and share this video with your friends who are preparing for remote proctor exam of IIBF related to KYC, AML, foreign exchange, etc. so that it will be helpful for them also. So let's start our today's video. So it will be most expected questions. Already we have discussed so many points related to KYC, anti-money laundering. So in last video we have done up to for account opening of a company. Okay, what are the things required? So certificate of incorporation, memorandum and article of association, PAN, resolution from the board of director. Okay, and further it is for opening account of a partnership firm. So for opening, if you want to open an account of a partnership firm, then what are the things required? So first is registration certificate, partnership deed, okay, and PAN number of the partnership firm, documents related to beneficial owner, managers, officer, employees, as the case may be, holding an attorney to transact on its behalf. So these are the documents required for partnership firm. And for opening account of a trust, okay, what are the things required? First is registration certificate, trust deed, PAN number or form 60 of the trust, okay, document related to beneficial ownership, manager, officer, employees, and power of attorney holder, okay. And for opening account of an unincorporated association or a body of individual, one certified copy of each. First is resolution of the managing body of such association or body of individual. Okay, their PAN number or Form 60. Okay, and power of attorney granted to transact on its behalf, and documents related to beneficial ownership. And this is very important, beneficial ownership. So you have to know the beneficial ownership of all these type of companies and trusts. Okay, let's see next. Documents for opening account of a proprietary concern. Okay, in that complete income tax return in the name of sole proprietor where the firm is reflected. Okay, firm's income is reflected. Okay, utility bills such as electricity, water, landline, registration certificate or license issued by municipal authorities under Shop and Establishment Act, sales and income tax returns, GST certificate. So these are the things you can take. These all things which we are discussing, friends, these are the RBI guideline. Okay, it is all written in the RBI guideline which we are doing. And you all know RBI guideline is followed by all the banks. तो हर बैंक में फ्रेंड्स यही फॉर्मेलिटीज होंगी जो अकाउंट ओपनिंग में यूज होंगी. ओके, देयर कैन बी सम डिफरेंस बट this is the main document. This is the RBI guideline. Okay. So in case of genuine difficulty in procuring two proof for firm's activity and location, so one proof can be accepted, but in such case, branch has to undertake contact point verification, collect such information as would be required. So friends, कई बार ऐसा होता है कि some people like we have to take two proof as per RBI guideline. We have to take two proofs of the firm activity and location. But अगर किसी केस में जो है that company firm is not able to provide, then the bank branch person can go and do the physical verification also. Okay, let's see next point. Simplified norms for सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप. तो फ्रेंड्स सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप जितने भी हैं उनके लिए भी हमें अकाउंट्स ओपन करने हैं. ओके, so for them what are the norms? Let's see. Okay, CDD is customer due diligence of all member of self help group shall not be required. ओके, तो फ्रेंड्स सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप के केस में हमें सभी मेंबर्स का केवाईसी नहीं करना है. ओके, when we are opening account for this saving bank account. Okay, CDD of all office bearer shall suffice. तो फिर जो भी ऑफिस बेयर हैं, जो भी ऑफिस बेयरर्स हैं, उनकी केवाईसी जो है बैंक को करनी है, बट नॉट ऑफ ऑल मेंबर. ओके, कस्टमर ड्यू डिलिजेंस ऑफ ऑल मेंबर ऑफ सेल्फ हेल्प मे बी अंडरटेकन एट द टाइम ऑफ क्रेडिट लिंकिंग ऑफ सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप. तो ये फ्रेंड्स एक लेटेस्ट अमेंडमेंट है आरबीआई का कि जब हम सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप के मेंबर्स को क्रेडिट लिंकिंग से जब हम उन्हें अंडरटेक कर रहे हैं, इन दैट केस ऑल पीपल केवाईसी इज रिक्वायर्ड. ओके, लाइक व्हेन बैंक विल गिव द लोन टू all individual members of the self-help group, that time KYC is required. Okay, so periodic updation duration from the date of opening of account, last KYC done. तो फ्रेंड्स आप सबको पता होगा. ओके, so this is the re KYC, means you have to do periodic updation of the KYC in the banks. Okay, so at least once every 2 year. तो अगर हाई रिस्क कस्टमर है उसके लिए हमें 2 year, वंस इन 2 year, 2 साल में एक बार फ्रेंड्स हमें उसकी केवाईसी फिर से ऑब्टेन करनी है. ओके, एंड वंस इन 8 years. मीडियम रिस्क, अगर मीडियम रिस्क है तो 8 years, और अगर ये लो रिस्क है देन 10 years. So you can remember 2, 8 and 10. Okay, so 2 for high risk, medium risk 10. Okay, and 2 plus 8 will be 10. Okay, like this you can also remember. So individual customer, no change in KYC information. Okay. In case of no change in KYC information, a self-declaration from the customer in this regard shall be obtained through customer email ID registered with RE, customer mobile number registered with an ATM channel. तो friends, अगर customer का कोई भी डिटेल अगर चेंज नहीं है, everything is same, so he can give some confirmation through email ID, okay, mobile phone, or through digital channel like ATM, net banking, and all mobile banking. Okay. So keeping in view the current COVID-19 related restriction in various part of country, RER advised that in respect of customer account, periodic updation is due pending as on date, no restriction. Because due to COVID जो है 31st March तक के लिए RBI ने relaxation दिया था banks को, okay, that they can do the KYC later on also, there should be no restriction. Okay. So let's see next point. So here next point is related to individual customer change in address. तो अगर friends change है address का, that they have to obtain through register email address. Okay, bank has to obtain from email address or mobile number, ATM or digital channel. Okay, and declare the declared address shall be verified through positive confirmation within 2 months by means of address verification letter, कॉन्टेक्ट पॉइंट वेरिफिकेशन, डिलीवरेबल एक्सेट्रा. तो अगर कोई कस्टमर जो अपना एड्रेस चेंज कर रहा है, देन बैंक हैज टू वेरीफाई दैट एड्रेस विद इन 2 months. ओके, दिस इज द इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट. कस्टमर, इंडिविजुअल कस्टमर अकाउंट ऑफ कस्टमर हु वर माइनर एट टाइम ऑफ ओपनिंग एंड बिकमिंग मेजर. तो फ्रेंड्स जो मेजर से माइनर है उनका भी जो है फिर से केवाईसी जो है बैंक्स को ऑब्टेन करना है. ओके, so walk-in customer, person who does not have account based relation with bank but undertake transaction. तो जो भी फ्रेंड्स वॉक इन कस्टमर है उनकी भी जो है एक केवाईसी है बैंक को क्रिएट करनी है. लाइक इफ ट्रांजेक्शन बाय वॉक इन कस्टमर सिंगल और सेवरल इज इक्वल और एक्सेस ऑफ 50,000, then the customer identity and address should be verified, ID should be created based on the KYC documents. Okay, beneficial ownership, and this question has come in all the, like from last year, this KYC exam, this question is asked many times, so I will suggest you to note down this in your notebook so that it will also give you 1 mark in the exam. Okay, if a client is company, controlling ownership interest means ownership or entitlement more than 25% of share or capital or profit of the company. तो फ्रेंड्स क्वेश्चन इस तरह आ सकता है कि कंट्रोलिंग कंपनीज में कंट्रोलिंग ऑनरशिप के लिए कितना परसेंट शेयर कैपिटल या प्रॉफिट जो है वो एंटाइटल होना चाहिए, दैट इज 25%. इफ क्लाइंट इज पार्टनरशिप मोर देन 15%. ओके, अगर वो पार्टनरशिप फॉर्म है देन 15%. कंपनी लाइक प्राइवेट लिमिटेड, पब्लिक लिमिटेड, देन 25%. If client is unincorporated association, then 15%. Same. Okay. If client is a trust, then also 15%. तो फ्रेंड्स मोस्ट केसेस में जो बेनिफिशियल ऑनरशिप है, किसी का भी अगर जो शेयर है, कैपिटल है 15% से ज्यादा, दैट विल बी बेनिफिशियल ऑनरशिप इन ए कंपनी, ओनली एक्सेप्ट इन द केस ऑफ कंपनी, देयर 25%। पार्टनरशिप फॉर्म में 15% से ज्यादा, अनइनकॉर्पोरेटेड एसोसिएशन में भी 15% से ज्यादा, एंड ट्रस्ट में भी 15% से ज्यादा होना चाहिए। यू विल डेफिनेटली गेट 1 mark क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम दिस एरिया। ओके, सो लर्न दिस, रिमेंबर दिस प्रॉपरली। The decision to open account for politically exposed person, family relative. So only branch manager if necessary in consultation with region manager. Different branch manager और region manager को ही इसकी पावर है कि वो इसका अकाउंट ओपन करने का डिसीजन ले सकते हैं। ओके, नॉन फेस टू फेस कस्टमर। So customer who open account without visiting the branch office of the bank or meeting the official. तो ये क्वेश्चन फ्रेंड्स इस तरह पूछा जाता है, who is non face to face customer? Okay, so you can give the answer now. Who has not visited the bank branch for opening account? So now money mules. This question is also asked many times. Money mules can be used to launder the proceeds of fraud scheme by criminal who gain illegal access to deposit account by recruiting third party to act as a money mule. The operation of such mule accounts can be minimized only if branches follow the guideline on opening of account and monitoring transaction. Friends, जब banks जो हैं वो monitor करेंगे और इस तरह के account opening में they will use all the regulation, then this money mules will not be there to launder the fraud money. Okay. So next procedure to be followed by the banks while opening account of foreign student. Okay, banks shall at their option open a non-resident ordinary bank account of a foreign student on the basis of his or her passport with visa and immigration endorsement bearing the proof of identity and address. तो इस टाइप का भी फ्रेंड्स क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है कि जो भी फॉरेन स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनका अकाउंट ओपन करने के लिए क्या चाहिए। ओके, देयर वी नीड देयर पासपोर्ट विद वीजा एंड इमिग्रेशन endorsement. Okay, and with a photograph and letter offering admission from the education institution, provided that a declaration about local address shall be obtained within a period of 30 days of the opening the account. तो जो भी अकाउंट ओपन होगा विद इन 30 days लोकल एड्रेस शुड बी अपडेटेड। ओके, लेट्स सी नेक्स्ट पॉइंट। Provided further that pending verification of address, the account shall be operated with the condition of allowing foreign remittance not exceeding 1,000. तो अगर फ्रेंड्स जब तक एड्रेस अप्रूव नहीं होता है बाय दैट टाइम ओनली अप टू $1,000 transaction can be done. Okay, during the 30-day period. The account shall be treated as normal NRO account and shall be operated in terms of Reserve Bank of India instruction on non-resident ordinary rupee account provision of FEMA 1999. And student with Pakistani nationality shall require prior approval of the Reserve Bank for opening the account. Friends, any student from Pakistan, any person from Pakistan coming to India for studying, then we cannot open direct account. We have to take the permission of RBI. Okay, that is prior approval. After approval only, the account will be open for student who are from Pakistan. Okay, eKYC of Aadhaar. Information provided through eKYC to be treated as official valid document and is a valid process for KYC verification. Okay, next that we have done non-KYC, that non-face-to-face customer. Then a bank may provide an option for one-time OTP-based eKYC process in non-face-to-face. तो फ्रेंड जो भी नॉन फेस टू फेस कस्टमर है वो OTP बेस से अपना eKYC कर सकते हैं। ओके, अकाउंट ओपन इन टर्म्स यूजिंग OTP बेस्ड eKYC आर सब्जेक्ट टू फॉलोइंग। तो इस टाइप के जो भी अकाउंट्स होंगे फ्रेंड्स जो ऑनलाइन नॉन फेस टू फेस कस्टमर है उनके लिए देर आर सम गाइडलाइन। ओके, लाइक देयर मस्ट बी स्पेसिफिक कंसेंट फ्रॉम द कस्टमर फॉर ऑथेंटिकेशन थ्रू OTP. Okay, aggregate balance of all the deposit account of the customer shall not exceed 1 lakh. Aggregate of all credit in a financial year in all the deposit taken together shall not exceed 2 lakh. ये 2 लाख से ऊपर नहीं होना चाहिए. एंड borrowing, if they want to do any borrowing against like term loan, so it should not be more than 60,000 in a year. And OTP based eKYC account shall not be allowed for more than 1 year. So friends, after 1 year, not more than, before 1 year, they have to go to the bank for face-to-face KYC. Okay. So small saving account. This is also very important. Question is asked from here many times in the KYC exam. So जो friends main point है, that is okay, aggregate credit जो है that should not exceed 1 lakh. Okay, withdrawals in a month does not exceed 10,000 rupees. Okay, balance at any point of time should not exceed 50,000, and limit on balance should not be considered while making deposit through government grants. Okay, if any government grant and welfare benefit is there, then we should not put these limits. Okay, bank shall obtain a self-attested photograph from the customer, and such account remain operational initially for 12 months. पहले वो 12 month के लिए हम ऑपरेट रखेंगे, and thereafter for a period of 12 months if such an account provide evidence to the bank. So they have to provide the some official valid document. Okay, the bank will review such account after 24 months to see if it requires such relaxation. The small account shall remain operation between 1st April 2020 and June 30, 2000, and such other period as may be notified by the central government. Okay, so still these accounts are in operation. So next is operation accounts of prisoner. Okay, so prisoner, where the individual is in prison. Okay, where the individual is a prisoner in a jail. Okay, here J is missing. The signature or thumbprint shall be affixed in the presence of officer in charge of the jail, and the said officer shall certify the same under his signature. An account shall remain operation on annual submission of certificate of proof of address issued by the officer in charge of jail. Okay, so shell bank. So what is a shell bank? A bank, this question can be asked friends for 1 marks. Okay, on shell bank. A bank incorporated in a country where it has no physical presence and it is unaffiliated to any regulated financial group. So shell company. A shell company is an entity that has no active business and usually exists only in name as a vehicle for another company business operation. Okay, so CTR. This is also a part of our KYC AML. कैश ट्रांजेक्शन रिपोर्ट. फ्रेंड्स यहाँ से जो क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है कि जो कैश ट्रांजेक्शन रिपोर्ट है दैट विल come for which. Okay, and for large transaction is above 10 lakh. So above 10 lakh, if the transaction is there, cash transaction, that if it is suspicious, then it will go in CTR, cash transaction report, and it is to be submitted by 15th of the succeeding month to Financial Intelligence Unit India, FIU India. Okay, in electronic format through FIU FinNet portal with approval of principal officer. In regard to CTR, the cutoff limit of 10 lakh is applicable to integrally. Okay, so this is very important. CTR, full form of CTR, that is cash transaction report, और ये होता है above 10 lakh and submitted by 15th of succeeding month to FIU IND. This is very important point, friends. You can note down in your notebook also. Okay, let's see next point. Okay, nil report if nothing is reportable. यहाँ पे फ्रेंड्स आपको ये देखना है like it is not only above 10 lakh. Okay, it is integrally, like any customer is there. One customer is depositing 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, and it is equal to 10 lakh integrally. Okay, together. So that can also be reported in the CTR. Okay, and nil report if nothing is reportable. Okay, while filing CTR, detail of individual transaction below rupees 50,000 need not to be furnished. अगर 50,000 से नीचे की कोई डिटेल है that should not be furnished. Okay, next is suspicious transaction report, STR. टू बी फर्निश विद इन 7 days। 7 days में बैंक्स को जो है ये फर्निश करना है ऑन अराइविंग दैट the transaction is suspicious. Okay, it can be cash, it can be non-cash, or a series of transaction. So this report will also go to FIUIND. Okay, counterfeit currency report CCR to be submitted to FIU by 15th of succeeding month where the counterfeit or forged notes have been used as genuine. Okay, or transaction involving receipt by non-profit organization of NTR. So value more than 10 lakh or its equivalent in foreign currency to FIU by 15th of succeeding month. So friends, these all type of report related questions can be asked in the KYC exam. Okay, so you can write down these all things. It will be very helpful for you. Okay, next is maintenance and preservance of record, necessary record of transaction between RE and customer. So in this case, bank has to preserve for at least 5 years after the business relationship is ended. Principal officer. Okay, the principal officer is nominated senior officer in the rank of general manager approved by the board shall be responsible for ensuring compliance, monitoring transaction, sharing and reporting information as required under law regulation. Okay. Next is CKYCR. That is full form is Central KYC Record Registry. It is an entity which will store the data of KYC. Okay, next is Common Reporting Standard, CRS. So reporting standard set for implementation of multilateral agreement signed to automatically exchange information. And next is FATCA, Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act. This full form can also be asked from of USA. Require foreign financial institution to report about financial account held by US taxpayer or foreign entity in which US taxpayer hold substantial ownership. तो फ्रेंड्स फटका जो है अब all accounts के लिए all accounts and all the NRIs it is compulsory. Okay. So now this is our last slide. So in this IGA means intergovernmental agreement between the government of India and the USA to improve international tax compliance and to implement FATCA of the USA. Okay. Under Prevention of Money Laundering Act, all necessary record of transaction between bank and the customer should be maintained for minimum 5 years. This is very, very important point, friends. You can note down under PMLA. Okay, bank have to maintain for minimum 5 years records of transaction. Okay, CKYCR has now intimated wide circular. Okay, so uploading KYC data of following entity: portfolio, foreign portfolio investor, self-help group and joint liability group. इनका भी फ्रेंड्स सब CKYC बैंक्स को करना होगा. Okay. For enhancing customer convenience, RBI has decided to rationalize certain component of exact KYC norms. So new thing that has come VC, that is video based customer identification process. This bank has to follow. Okay. So as per RBI guideline, account both deposit and borrow open using OTP based eKYC shall not be allowed more than 1 year unless face-to-face identification or VCP is carried out. So फ्रेंड्स जैसा हमने पीछे पढ़ा था कि नॉन फेस टू फेस कस्टमर को ब्रांच विजिट करना होगा, बट नाउ विद लेटेस्ट गाइडलाइन ही कैन आल्सो गो फॉर VC. Okay. And in case of offline verification of Aadhaar using XML file or Aadhaar secure QR code, it should ensure that XML file or QR code generation date is not older than 3 days from the date of carrying out VC. Okay, and as per RBI guideline, regulated entity shall ensure that video process of VSIP is undertaken within 3 days of downloading or obtaining identification. Like अगर कोई भी friend customer है, he has submitted all his documents. Okay, so he has to compulsory go for VSIP within 3 days. Okay. So these are the main points of this KYC AML exam. So I hope so, friends, you all are benefited from these all our slides. So thank you, friends. Thanks for watching this video. Please like this video and share this video with your friends who are preparing for KYC AML exam. It will be very helpful for them also. Thank you, friends. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.